brilliant is that? Hey readers, or watchers even. So I mentioned earlier on that I had a bit of a case problem, and it was here. This piece where it's dark was chipped away. That's plastic metal JB Weld putty that I've put on. To get it flat, I filed it rough, and then did the usual. Used the surface plate, decent grip, and everything's good, so that's good. Now what I'm going to do is spin the bike round, because the bike is in. Oh, no, it's the right way round for this. Oh, outstanding. So what I'm going to do is position everything, put a gasket on, and then you can watch me do up Allen screws, which I know is your favourite. Alrighty, so Mr. Ratio isn't very clear, so I've done a bit of digging on the interweb and found that I should put a thin smear of gasket glue all the way around. There's a thin bead there. This is the out of timing cover. I've gone all the way around the where the points go. I've put the wire in for the buoy. That needs to go in. We'll offer this up, and hopefully it should all go on nicely. So I'm just going to turn the camera off, position everything, and then try it for real. Right, let's see how this goes. I'm holding the wire in my hand. Let's hold the, oh man, there's no way to hold the case. Right, this is going to be interesting. I try very hard to do this properly. Oh. Come on. Nope. Right, you're on.
One eternity later.
Up there. I don't know about that. All right, let's try the ugly thing. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Oi, oi, oi. Let's just see. Of course, I haven't got the screws ready, so I'm going to put the screws in. I will turn this back on when all the screws are done up. Right, now I've got the correct screws. Let's just lay them down in the dirt and see what lengths we got. We've got a really long one, which that's that guy. Yeah, and that's it. They're all tight, so that's everything. All the screws are in, they're all tightened up. Pace is on, and I've got gasket all over my fingers, but that's it for the outer primary, outer timing side. I've got to put the sender unit in there, the magnet. Is it? Yeah, the magnet for the buoy Branston, and then the out cover on. Time that up. There's no timing plug on this one like there is on the Triumphs. On the back of my Bonneville engine, there's a little plug that you pull out and you put a pin in, and it gives you top dead center, and then full advance is the next one. So I haven't got any of that. I keep touching the clutch lever here, but the pusher on the other side is good. So that's it. So much for this at the moment. Next thing to do is flip it around the other way, and then I can put the I can put the clutch plates in, put the clutch basket on, and then set the clutch up. That'll be the next thing. And then we can start making cables. I should have started making a front brake cable, but I haven't. I just haven't really been bothered. And I've also got to pull all the wiring out because I'm going to rewire it from scratch. I've got to I'm sort of set with I've got to get the cylinder on first and then get the head on, then I can play around with my exhaust to make sure that comes out here correctly. I think there's going to be some cutting and shutting and some welding involved on the exhaust. There's definitely going to be needed on the exhaust bracket. So now I'm using the high level exhaust, this can basically be, I can cut that, I'll probably cut that off completely, because it serves no purpose, which could be cool. I've got to get the rear wheel out, so I've got to fix the rear brake plate. What else have we got to do? Got to take my other bikes out and take them for a ride, including the Tiger and the Himalayan. So there's lots to be done. Lots to be done. Anyway, this is it for now. I'm going to spin the bike around the other way. Then we're going to go in and watch Formula 1 qualifying from Saudi Arabia. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe have a beer. Who knows? Anyway, that's it for now. I'll be back. All right. So here we are. It's a windy day, so I apologise. So one of the tricks from my T140 build was when I put the stator on here, it's very important it doesn't touch the rotor. So a plastic water bottle, a couple of slits in it, and I lucked out with this one because it just happens to fit. Slide over there, just make sure there's not much crap on it, and then get the stator, and I will do the business with the grommet. I'll do that in a bit, but let's just see if we can get this. It's a bit stiff, so hopefully I can get it on without stripping wires or anything. Can we? I think that's going to go on. So that's on there. That's, oh look at that, it's still, there's even play. That's nice. And then we'll pop washers and nuts on, and the water boiled from my gas tank. Thanks, babe. Right, so before my lovely wife called me to say the kettle was boiling, I just pulled evapor rust out of the gas tank, or just pulled it out, and I was giving it a flush with boiling water. So that's what she called me about. Timing was perfect. So back to this, while I just let that vent and cool down a bit, and then I'm going to run some dry air through it using an old hairdryer. Let's see, did I get all the washers? I did, I got all the washers. So let's see which way these go. Point you on. You on. And you. Of course, the last one doesn't go on. Come on, mate, you can do it. There we go. I guess I'm going to need sockets for that. Is it that one? Nope. Next one. Do that. these are little nuts, so they don't have to go super tight. And then that comes out, and I know the clearance is good. So thank you. I don't even know what brand of water bottle it was. But I think it's a fairly standard size, because here's one that's the same. I got a spare, and they appear to be about the right size. So there you go. That was handy. So now I'm going to put the clutch back together. Push rod sits right there, which is good. I do need to pull the push rod out, clean it, squirt some oil down there for good measure, and then I'm going to put the grommet on here so that can, and that's tight. That is some stiff old rubber. There we go, that's a bit better. Hopefully that's not twisting. I think it is. Anyway, so that's the other thing I've got to do next. Put the grommet on there and push that in, and then we'll put the clutch plates in, button up the clutch. I will leave the primary open because I need to be able to crank the hand turn the engine over for when I time it. Next thing will be get the piston hot, put the piston on the com rod. I'm gonna check out the gudgeon pin. This one's really, it's really thin wall, which is nice. So give me less mass bouncing up and down, which would be great. I need to check the gudgeon pin that came with the new piston. When I bought new pistons for my T140, the gudgeon pins were really thick. We ended up using the old ones because they were nice thin wall things for less mass. So I might do the same with this. This one fits really nice in the little end, so I'll do that. All right, so that's it for now. Put the clutch together, button that up. Need to clean the plates off. You don't have to watch me do that. I should also put some oil in the gearbox because I've got both sides done up now. Yeah, if I can get the barrel on today, that would be an amazing thing to do. So more to follow. That's how I'm drying out the gas tank. I've got a dehumidifier in the basement, but I'll leave that running for half an hour or so, and that should get most of the moisture out. And then next to the dehumidifier, I'll spray some WD-40 in there as well, just for good measure. Right, so we're in the garage. It's getting on for 5 o'clock. It's kicking off time, and I came out with the piston, put it on the grill to warm it up. I was going to push the gudgeon pin out, put in a circlip, and then set myself up for fitting it, and that happened. So the gudgeon pin moved it really in and out of the com rod nicely. It was in and out of the piston. I thought, as the piston's still warm, it's actually still warm to the touch. As the piston's still warm, I'm just going to push it through, and that's what I did. And I didn't have the camera here, so apologies. I've got to put the other circlip on the other end, which I'm going to do. I'm going to put some obviously some fresh cloth under here and wrap it and hold it in place, and I may try and put the cylinder on. All depends how well I get on wrapping my new homemade piston ring device. Here's my piston ring clamp that I have made out of a strip of old aluminum. I used it on the old piston, held in place with a mole wrench, so when I let go, this is where it pings off everywhere. If I can just undo it, yeah. There we go, and off it goes. So I'll wipe. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. It's a strip of aluminum flashing held on with a mole grip. So that is what I'm going to do to hold the piston rings in place. Here's the old piston with all the scuff marks on it. Yeah, really strange. Really strange. Not really sure what happened with that, but we'll see. I'm guessing there was a blocked oilway somewhere. Here's the base gasket and the cylinder. The bottom of the piston was chewed up. There's quite a few marks on it. I don't know what that's in trying to get it out, but it doesn't look that great. Anyway, that's that. So Going to clean some stuff up, make myself a little wooden plate to go on there. Got to remember to put the circlip in on this side. As you can see, there's no circlip there, so that needs to be done. That'll be that. It's time, dear viewers, to try and ease the cylinder on, which should be a good, easy little thing to do. I've got my favourite tool, the dead blow hammer. I'm just going to see if I can do. I think it's going on. Just push it down a bit. That's going to be a cock up. Right, I'll have to rethink that. I'll have to make a thicker band. It's just a bit of a shame, but never mind. Don't want to ruin the rings or destroy all the work up to now. So that's what we're going to do. And I've got oil everywhere, so let me do that. So we've made another little bit of progress without the camera. Here we have a cylinder head, and it is the cylinder head off the BSA, and you'll notice it's missing the valves. I pulled the valves out, and I do have the exhaust valve here, and this is something I've not seen before, but I don't know whether you can see. Let's see if you can see how much rocking there is in the valve guide, but that's like, that's all the way through as well. There's a good 1/16 of an inch rock there. I swear you can, if you hold it up, you can actually see daylight down the side of the guide. So I've, needless to say, ordered new valves, guides, which will involve a little bit of honing. I need to hone the valve guides, but how crap is that? So I'm amazed this thing ran, actually. Anyway, so the valve seats look pretty good. We'll decarb the head. I'll soak it all in gasoline to pull off the other best bit, which you can't really see, but the amount of gasket goo and dead gasket that's left on this thing is just redonkulous. Altogether a very, very sad state of affairs in the head. So it would be remiss of me to quickly whack it on and just see if it would run, because I can guarantee you it wouldn't. So that's what I've done. I've ordered valves and guides, so that'll be the next thing. So I'll soak this thing in gasoline, and away we go.